Hey folks, we're actually outside of my house right now. It's actually a fairly decent temperatured fall day. A little cooler on the cooler side, but today we're talking about 1,000 helmets, and that's why I actually have it on my head. Now this is the chapter helmet from 1,000. This is a MIPS helmet, and they offer a few different styles. They have their classic, their kind of their heritage. This is the chapter, which is a little bit fancier. It's got a nice little brim on it. Also has a light that actually is magnetic, can easily pop off, and it even comes with an accessories that you can actually mount it on your bike if you don't want it on your helmet. There's a few other neat things about this helmet that I really actually like. And of course, the styling of it, right? Kind of that classic style. And I thought probably the best way to do this would be to bring it in, and we'll show it more closely up, and I can go through the different features. So let's give it a go. So let's start by kind of doing it more up close and personal while I'm wearing it, and then we'll get a little bit different. But you can see the styling of it, kind of that classic kind of bowl shape to it, right? You can see where we do have this brim, right? The actual visor, which if you can't tell is kind of a brownish color. It is see-through. I can actually see through it. It does dim it down. You can replace this with different colors. They have different colors available. I will show you that. I do have another one that I can actually go on here to replace it in just black. So this is the navy color, and they do offer other colors as well, like a white kind of creamy color, a white really, black, and then I think a gray too in this specific helmet, the MIPS helmet. And then on the back, we have an actual light. So this light is kind of neat because it's magnetic, right? And if you throw it on, it turns on right away. So the nice thing is that you don't have to sit there if you're riding your bike and you forgot. You can just pull it off and then just throw it back on, and it's going to start back up right away. So you don't even have to mess around with it. It's going to start right in its mode. There is a power button on it. You kind of push and hold, and then you can turn it off. And then on the bottom of it, there is a micro USB port. Now this is, I think, the one part that they failed at, in that the other accessories that 1,000 has are all USB-C, except for this. And that's the one thing that I don't like about this light, because if it was USB-C, I'd be more likely to use it more frequently, maybe even as a rear light when I'm not using it on the helmet. But in all reality, the kind of thing about having this up for the helmet is that it's real easy to add, and I basically store it back here. But when you put it on, it automatically turns on, and so you kind of have to, if you know how long to wait, you don't have to worry about it, but you kind of have to take the helmet off to make sure that it's turned off if you don't want to, it to just keep going all the time. The other thing I really like about this helmet is the clasp. It's actually a magnetic clasp. So right now it's on, it's not going anywhere, and you can kind of see where it kind of, I don't know if you can see this, where it kind of bulges out the one side versus the other, and you just pinch it together and it kind of just slides apart, and that's it. And then when you go to put it back on, you grab the actual buckle and you don't have to do anything. It just magnetically attaches. So I'll do that again. I don't have to worry about figuring out how to clip it together, and it's not going to pinch me by pushing it back in just wrong. It's really easy to pop back off. Now let's take it off, because there's one other thing that I really like about this helmet, and that is back here. If you notice this, where they have their logo, it's also magnetically there. It's a hole. So we can actually pull this off, and you can see there's a big hole. And that's for you to actually run your bike lock through it. So this is designed as a helmet for, the commuter that maybe doesn't want to take their helmet in everywhere they go. Now I would still pop the light off, but you can take a U-lock or a cable lock, run it through the helmet, and the helmet is now actually locked to your bike, rather than running it through the strap. The strap can easily be, pulled apart or even cut for that matter. They actually would have to ruin the helmet to take the helmet. So most likely not going to happen. And now it's getting really bright. But you can see the one other thing about this helmet is, the one thing I would say that I don't like as much is the venting. There's not a lot of it. So depending on where you're riding, if it's a really hot day, this is not the helmet that I'm personally going to grab. My standard use helmet that I have, which is a Smith, a lot better venting to it. That's kind of the helmet that I go to most of the time. But when it's not incredibly hot outside, this is actually a really nice helmet. And actually when it's cooler outside, I really like this helmet because it actually holds it in a little bit more. It's not incredibly hot. I actually did ride with this on a mid-80s, 85 degree day, and it was not terrible. But yes, I did sweat more with this helmet on. It does not ventilate as well as some helmets out there. So 1000, what I would say is keep this in your lineup. I actually really like this helmet, but I would like to see them offer another variety that has a lot more venting in it. So yeah, so let's talk about accessories. So first up is something that actually does come with the helmet, and it's this bag, right? So it actually does come with a kind of just a canvas storage bag. Has the 1000 logo on it, but it is nice to have something that actually comes with a storage bag itself. Next up is for that magnetic light itself. Now they do come with this adapter kit, and the adapter kit is literally allows you to use this on the bike itself. Now I actually have a 1000 light on here, but essentially it allows you to use that magnetic light magnetically, and it will automatically start up as soon as you throw it in that magnetic holder, but allows you to actually put the light on your actual seat post or wherever you want to use it. It does allow you to strap it, and then in here as well it comes with the micro USB cable to charge it as well. So that's another accessory that comes with it for the light. Okay, so now let's talk about the visor, and I don't know how well you can see the different color there. I actually really like this visor. Now this visor is actually held on by 2 screws. There are slotted screws right here, but you can buy additional visors. This one's the solid black visor, and this is how it comes in this packaging. I have not swapped them because I actually prefer this color, but it is something that you can swap. You can get different colored visors, so that's kind of nice, the interchangeable visor. So that is the Chapter helmet from 1000, right? A little bit nicer. It's got the MIPS integration than their standard, their Heritage model does not. Now they do have a youth helmet as well available. It's not going to be as fanciful as this one either, but you know, light included, pretty awesome that it's magnetic, that you can pop it off. Replaceable visors, those additional visors are 17 bucks. So if you want to get a different one, this brown one that comes with the navy one is called tortoiseshell, I think is what they call it. But they have like a rose gold, they have like this metallic one. They also have the black one that I also showed you, and then they even have like a yellow one as well. So there are some different colored visors that you can get to make yourself stand out. And then I really think that this whole thing that doesn't really cost anything other than obviously the magnet, pretty awesome little accessory, to be honest, that's included with the helmet, so you can lock up the helmet without actually having to take it with you. So really nice. Now we didn't talk about the inside of the helmet itself, ratcheting system, which is kind of the standard, right? That's going to be how basically all helmets are. But I do really like the magnetic clasp. I mean, to be honest, probably my favorite thing about the helmet is the magnetic clasp. It's one of those things that I think more helmets should be doing, things like this, because I hate the click-in ones. So that is the Chapter helmet from 1000. So $145 for the Chapter. I think the Heritage is like 99 bucks, so they do have some different options, and it's a very comfortable helmet. So they do offer this in small, medium, large. I tend to teeter between medium and large myself for my head. This is a medium, fits me perfectly, and you could even go a little bit more with this one even. So thank you to 1000 to allow me to check this out. I have been using it off and on for a couple months actually, and I do like the helmet. I really like the light. I love the fact that they made it so that it just turns on every time you do it. And I didn't say this as well with the light. There's the flashing mode. If you click the button, it'll go into a solid mode as well. So it does have a solid or a flashing mode. Your choice how you actually want to run that. So that's the Chapter helmet from 1000. Thanks for watching to the end, guys. We'll catch you back here on BikeGeeks for another future video review. See you soon.